So I published a video when was it? Some a few days ago. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Concerning work I did reversing the reversal of my 407 coupe suspension from manual to the variable suspension, the shock absorbers. So, however, in the process, I also changed my starter, the car starter, and to change it, we had to remove the bank one catalyst. So, we now removed it and started to inspect to know the current status of that catalyst. And I would tell you, I was very surprised that it was still intact, how it was or how I left it since November 2022, which when you do the count is about like, how many months now? Like 17 months. And I also have done a journey with that car, about 1,000 plus after putting that catalyst. So probably what I'll do is maybe I'll re-upload that video that I did when I mounted that catalyst 17 months ago. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is for people to also understand that it works. My advice, um, what I've been doing and I've been encouraging people to do actually works. And this catalyst has proven that I've been right all along. What do I mean? The fuel quality differs in Nigeria. They are not all the same. Why my own is still intact is because of the fuel I use. And what I mean fuel, I mean where I buy fuel. Because there are people that I did this same thing. Remember, this is a universal catalyst that we cut off and welded on this. So it's not like an OEM. So all this new, you could say low quality universal catalyst they sell. So you buy and you see the one that matches, the cylinder will match your own stock catalyst cylinder. You cut it and join it, and that's it. So to be honest, I wasn't even thinking it will last up to now. But the point is, it's not even about the catalyst whether it lasted, but it did not block. Compared to other people that I did the same thing or they did same thing at the time I did mine. They did this catalyst, welded it or purchased a new one complete. Not necessarily OEM, but design, but new one that is designed for their car, but of course not like high quality. But they have blocked few like weeks or a few months later after I did mine. What I mean blocked, I mean stuff, carbon or so brownie stuff go and block it. Block this. You can look at the holes. You can see that comb. Go and block them. But look at, as in, I showed it on that video I published 2 days ago or so. How clean, how porous. Nothing. There was nothing that settled on top of the catalyst or that comb. Nothing. Exactly what you are looking at on the screen. That's how it was when I removed it. After I used the car for like, I don't know how many thousands of kilometers I've covered since I put this catalyst. I probably would have checked. Oh, it won't really work because when I changed the engine ECU from automatic to manual, it increased the mileage. The mileage was about 100 and something thousand. So when I put that one, it added like 70,000 on top. So it's no longer accurate. So that wouldn't work anymore. Remember, the car original mileage was over 300,000 even before I bought the car, but somebody tampered with it. So, not necessarily tamper. Okay, I think they it's a long story. It's like they replaced the BSI. So, the BSI was maybe the mileage got corrupted, so they now had to revert it and reduce the mileage. It's a long story. So, but my point is, I've used the car for like 17 months, done journey with the car and everything, at least more than 50,000 kilometers so far. And yet, look at this catalyst compared to other ones that didn't even do up to 2,000 kilometers and they blocked. And I kept telling people the reason why I started using certain or buying fuel for a particular filling station most of the time is because my VCs was able to, or were able to tell me or show me that not all fuel are good for these engines in Nigeria. So I was able to dictate the one that when I buy fuel from this station, I had misfire issue less compared to the other ones, because why I also noticed that this misfire tend to happen when I buy from other station is the extent of carbon deposit on the spark plug, or when I remove the fuel the intake manifold on this ESVC engine, you could clearly see the valves, the exhaust and intake valves. Because okay, no, the intake valves, not the exhaust ones. You clearly see them. So all those things now reduced when I started using the other fuel. Doesn't mean it eliminates the carbon deposit completely, but it as in the misfire reduced. And when I removed the spark plug, I stopped seeing all those browny stuffs, that will fill up and cover the entire spark plug a little when I was buying fuel from other stations. So I remember I was advising people, if you want your catalyst to last for you, even if you are not a V6 user, that's, I mean, ESV6 engines. If you are not a user, but you don't want your catalyst to block, it doesn't matter whether your catalyst is original. It won't stop, not, it will, how original your catalyst is will not stop these carbons from blocking it. Just understand that. So the only way to avoid it is know where you buy your fuel in Nigeria. They are not all the same quality. I mentioned it. I'm not going to mention other stations' name, but I'll tell you, I've been buying from Total. It doesn't matter. The only time I go out or buy from elsewhere, like during fuel scarcity. Of course, in that case, it's where you see fuel. In fact, most times you might not even see fuel in the stations, or because I don't like queuing up at all. If there's a long queue at fuel station, I would rather buy black market on the road than go where I know there's every probability, not even possibility, of somebody scratching or wrecking my car there. As in, some people, they don't care. They would rather damage is something on the body of the car that will cost them hundreds of thousands to fix. Just to buy fuel, you will burn within 2-3 days. Human being self. So just to struggle and squeeze in their vehicle into the station as if the fuel so automatically has become gold, or a fortune, or I mean, I don't even know. So I would rather go, and I don't want all those nonsense. Add that extra money, buy that fuel, even if it's the black market outside the station, as long as my car stays intact, or I park the vehicle until I can afford to buy that black market if they are too expensive. My point is, there are a few cases, yes, where it's no longer about which stations I prefer to buy fuel from, but I have to. But my point is, on normal circumstances, I only buy from Total. I don't care about other stations. Now, it doesn't mean it's only Total filling station in Nigeria that has better high quality. I'm not saying their own is the best or is the best in the world. No, I'm saying at least for my own cars, for my own experience, yeah, they serve me better. Their fuel. Talking about PMS, petrol. It's not cheaper than the other ones. Tends to be cheaper, but at least look at it. I didn't lose my catalyst. So that's why I said, know where you buy for. You can explore other stations to see if their own will serve like Total own. Me, I don't want to do that experiment. I've seen what I'm looking for. So why bother trying to experiment? Because that experiment means you're likely going to lose your catalyst. If not for anything, maybe your engine doesn't react to bad fuel, so it won't misfire. But then your catalyst, especially if you have a good one, even if you have a fake one, you know what it takes to go and start looking for another one. You know, because if your catalyst blocks, there's every chance that your engine might damage, as in it will wreck your engine. It's not about you lose that engine. You know how much engine costs now? Replacing an engine in Nigeria, no matter how small that engine is. Yeah, I know one 508. I know I've done a video 508 that lost about 3 engines within a space of 12 months or less than 12 months. 3 engines. Why? Because the catalyst was blocked and nobody detected it on time until they brought me into the picture. 3 engines wrecked because the catalyst block, and it's not as if it was a bad quality catalyst. No, it was original catalyst that came with the car, probably from new. So it's not about whether it's bad quality or low quality catalyst. No, it was blocked. Like I said, it doesn't matter how original your car is. If there is a carbon deposit coming from your combustion chambers, passing through the exhaust valves, they are going to settle and block these holes you are looking at right now inside that catalyst cylinder. The one you are looking at this, it's going to block it. Once it blocks it, like I said, how original it is irrelevant. In that case, you stand a chance of losing that your engine. No, you are no longer talking about the catalyst. If you are lucky, if you see it on time, you could remove it and scrape off the blockage. Then you get a point, like I say, if by the time you lose your engine, you can as well just, I don't know. So I'm just advising, be careful where you buy your fuel. Look at mine, 17 months after usage, it's still porous, no settlement, nothing. You look at how I drive the car, push it hard most times. I've done journey with the car, over 1,000 kilometers journey and everything. Yet, even sometimes, like I say, a few times where there was fuel scarcity at the time, I had to buy from other people, just on pending when the scarcity will go away. I will not continue buying from Total. It didn't allow that deposit to settle on there, because another thing is, I know some people will not understand what I'm saying. You really need to be pushing your car hard sometimes. If you don't want to push it hard sometimes, you have to sometimes take it on an expressway, drive for like, I don't know, an hour or so. Your combustion chamber needs to heat up. If you're always driving very slowly and your house is very close to your office or your workplace, and you do it almost every month after month, it's going to accumulate carbons, and even your combustion chamber, your valves and the rest. So over time, some of those carbons will pass through the exhaust valves and go and settle on your catalyst and block it. So these are the things you need to know. But pushing car hard tends to keep your cylinder, your combustion chamber clean to a very large extent, especially when you also use better quality fuel. So those are the things. So what also contributes to mine for staying clean, because of the way I drive the car, not just the fuel I buy. The way I drive it keeps the internal part of especially that combustion chambers, much cleaner. Not that you won't see carbon there. No, they will be there, but not as bad as the ones that drive their engines cold most of the time. And remember, also, don't mess with my cooling system. They stay very hot. People that go and abuse their fan want it to spin constantly or remove their thermostat and the rest. These are the things. And also engine oil. Some engine oil also produce ash. They produce ash. That's why I say use recommended oil. People will not listen. But engine oil produce ash. So eventually they will go and block your catalyst as well. But you have done these tests on their laboratory, on their vehicles. They done the test and say, okay, this oil is good for your engine. Maybe this and this and this, about 2 or 3 oils, they will say, okay, they are good for your engine. But people will start to rationalize why the other one is better, and then tomorrow they start complaining. Okay, so I hope this makes sense and learn from it. All right.